The following program contains scenes and language of a frank and explicit nature. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hello, and welcome to Filmjitsu, the podcast that wields films like deadly weapons. We are your hosts. I am Jay.
And I am Mike.
Tonight, it's time once again for the Filmjitsu Awards, or the Jitsus as we like to call them, our year in review episode where we make the bold assertion that watching bad movies on purpose counts as culture. Normally, one of us would be forcing the other to endure a single cinematic war crime, but the point of the Jitsus isn't to relitigate the suffering. This is where Mike and I momentarily lower our weapons and admit that, yes, sometimes even the worst movies accidentally do something right.
2025 was a cinema year, Jay, that gave us Sinners and Weapons and one battle after another.
Wow.
But here we are at Filmjitsu, where it also gave us Bat Thumbs and Sushi Girl and Bordello of Blood. I cannot wait to hand out some awards.
As always, our awards categories include Best Actor, Best Actress, Best Director, Best Cinematography, Best Score, as well as a couple other wild cards that exist purely because we missed the Blockbuster and MTV Movie Awards. And then, because we are gluttons for punishment, we'll attempt to crown a Best Picture through our most dangerous tradition: kick three, pick one movie, mutual agreement, no survivors. And because it wouldn't be Filmjitsu without some degree of self-inflicted humiliation, we will also be counting down our bottom 5 hot takes of the year. These are opinions spoken confidently into microphones that, in hindsight, maybe should have been unplugged. Grab a drink, lower your expectations, and join us as we hand out imaginary trophies and officially close the book on another year of cinematic suffering. Welcome to the 2025 Filmjitsu Awards.
Jason, holy moly. We are here at the Jitsu Awards. I put on my nicest shirt.
I'm in the traditional white t-shirt.
I have my one drink ticket. This is going to be a lovely time. I already can't afford parking. I had a lot to think about. Almost like 3 seasons into our show, over 70 episodes, I think, at this point.
Yes, that's right.
We've actually had some real conversations along the way. 2025, though, was an especially rough year on us. We saw a lot of bad films.
Yeah, we really.
So much so that giving out these awards was deceptively simple for me. There weren't a lot of nominees fighting for the prizes, but for me, some were real obvious winners in their categories. So let's go ahead and move into the very first award of the night.
Let's do it.
We are going to give away the Sweaty Eddie Award right now. Why don't we kick it off with you, Jay? Which of our, I guess we're going to call them movies just as a shorthand, which of the movies we saw this year, where is your Sweaty Eddie going?
The Sweaty Eddie is named for first-year winner Eddie Furlong in the movie Brain Scan.
It's your favorite part of these awards. I know it is. The Sweaty Eddie.
So this year, the best stunt goes to Courtney Palm in Sushi Girl. And not
for laying on a table perfectly still?
Correct. Not for movement.
You're already killing me.
But for stillness. Holding that pose under scrutiny, nude, without breaking. That's control. That's work. That's stunt work. She deserves a Sweaty Eddie. I did consider Cassie Thompson in Left Behind, because between the bridge free climb that she did and her proximity to the biplane crash that hits a car, she's doing way more work than that movie deserved. So even if that movie looked cheap, what she's doing isn't.
Right.
But Palm's restraint here really won the day. What's your choice?
We had a lot of stunt-heavy movies in 2025.
We did.
Beverly Hills Cop 3,
Yep.
Deep Rising. But either I didn't like the film or I didn't see the film. right? Deep Rising wasn't one of my movies. I didn't rewatch it. And so I didn't include it. So my Sweaty Eddie for my favorite stunt goes to an unlikely candidate. I'm giving my Sweaty Eddie to the runway concert sequence in Gonk's Go Beat.
You said that you were going to give this sequence an award back during the recording of that show.
Did I?
Yeah. And I think you were thinking like cinematography or something, but I like the stunt. I think that's great, Mike.
The classic era cars bombing down the highway with the musicians rocking out on top of them.
Yep.
There's no explosions. There's no death-defying jumps, but this sequence was genuinely cool and the closest thing that Filmjitsu gave me to a Mad Max Fury Road situation all year. Can you believe that neither one of our winners has a single explosion?
Yeah,
that's unreal.
It's the Jitsus.
It means that either we're really good at this or really bad at this.
I don't know. Whatever.
Which one.
Who cares? All right, moving on to our next category. Mike, what is it going to be?
We are going to crown the winners for Best Actor.
Oof.
We had a lot of, I guess we could say, big names to choose from. This year, when Nick Cage is hamming it up, you always have that opportunity, right?
You have it, yeah.
We've never really diced up supporting actor or whatever, you could make an argument for a Gene Hackman in Superman if you wanted to.
Oh, geez, I didn't even think of that, yeah.
But tell me, Jason, what did you go with?
This was not a year where subtlety thrived. And because of that, Best Actor pretty much has to go to Max Grodenchek in Rumpelstiltskin.
Fuck, it's me!
This is a performance that exists in a state of permanent creature panic. Like, he understands immediately that the movie has no floor and just commits to absolute chaos. You remember him, and more importantly, you remember why you remember him, and that's the job. I could have gone with Terry Kaiser in Weekend at Bernie's too. Playing dead convincingly for that long is physical acting.
Yeah.
I guess that's a little bit more Courtney Palm treatment though, so I shied away from it.
Yep.
I also, you're going to scream, but I also briefly considered Liam Neeson in Love Actually because he was doing really sincere emotional work.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah. But that Grodenchek at the end of the day really is, he is the movie Rumpelstiltskin. So that's my choice.
I suspect I'm going to be alone in this opinion.
Uh-oh.
But my Best Actor goes to a performer that I found absolutely hilarious in his role as the straight man amidst all the chaos of exploding hookers. That's right. James Lawrence as Jeffrey Franklin in Frankenhooker.
Oh my God.
Yes.
That is such a cool choice.
I love how dry and exasperated he was the whole time. Instead of giving a big slapstick performance, which is what a film like Frankenhooker might actually call for, Lawrence plays the whole thing straight, and he comes across to me like a lot of my favorite Leslie Nielsen performances, where the best way to be in on the joke is acting like you're not in on the joke.
Yeah, for sure.
Moreover, Eddie Murphy, Nick Cage, Christopher Reeve, they were no James Lawrence.
Isn't she gorgeous? Huh? Maybe Teddy isn't your style, huh? Okay. What do you think? Honey Pie, can't you picture yourself in this body kneeling on Ma's couch in the basement?
Tripp and Ross weren't as hot on maybe some of it. Actually, I think Ross was. It was just Tripp.
Oh, yeah. Ross was definitely down to clown.
I thought he was. Yeah,
sure.
Yeah, for sure. Right.
Tripp still won't return my phone call.
Well, what do you got for the next category?
Well, logically, sir, we are going to move right along to Best Actress.
Oof, big category.
A lot of names this time around.
There were a lot of considerations here. One of the only categories really where there was competition, but this proved to be easier than I expected, because once I thought it through, it simply had to be Patty Mullen in Frankenhooker. So you went with James Lawrence.
Okay.
I went with Patty Mullen.
I love that.
This movie does not function without her, just like Max Grodenchek in Rumpelstiltskin. She's fearless, she's funny, she's physical, and she never once hides behind irony. She doesn't apologize for the movie. She embodies it. And I love her in this movie. I even said, talk about a hot take later in the show, I could see this maybe coming back to bite me in the ass. if I'm not mistaken, I actually said during that show that she was the greatest comedy performance in movie history.
You're not prone to histrionics at all. It's fine. I'm so glad to find out that Frankenhooker was on the board for both of us.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure.
Yeah,
so I'm glad we both embraced it that way.
Yeah, totally.
My Best Actress winner was locked in back in February.
What?
In a film that wasn't even mine to review.
Ugh.
That is until just a few weeks ago when another actress crashed the party in an undeniable way.
Oh.
My pick all year was Jean Marsh as Mombi, the terrifying queen who keeps heads in jars in Return to Oz.
Yeah.
Wake up! Wake up, all of you! Get up! Get up! Wake up, Amy! Look! Dorothy Gale is escaping! Go and get them back for me! Hurry up! All of you! Go on and make sure you bring back that chicken!
And yet, my winner is Emma Thompson from Love Actually.
Oh, she's incredible.
Very nearly the only thing I liked in that mess, which, by the way, my wife hated it, it turns out.
Whatever.
So perhaps the only actual acting I saw all year outside of Jean Marsh, she showed why she's one of the best in the biz. And it's fair to pit Emma freaking Thompson up against Roseanne Barr and Kristen Mintner, right?
Yeah, right. I know.
Obviously, it is not fair, but she just bounds over the non-existent competition in this category, and it takes it for me.
Did you get the sense that I actually planted Love Actually at the end of the year so that we would have some competitiveness? Because that was a consideration in case you didn't think of that.
I did think it was important that by the end of the year, we had some actual performances in some of the films that we watched.
Yeah, right.
I'm so in the wrong. A classic fool.
Yes, but you've also made a fool out of me. You've made the life I lead foolish too.
Jason, my Jitsu for death scene of the year isn't something gory, isn't something gross. It's the exploding hookers in Frankenhooker.
Oh, Jesus. Wow. Another.
Yes.
So this is 3 awards for Frankenhooker right now.
Just a bunch of prostitutes smoking super crack and exploding everywhere. Add to that the hilarious glee with which the mannequins get swapped out for the actual hookers.
Yeah.
Just a bravura sequence in a movie full of them.
Yeah.
I love it. And so my Jitsu for best death scene goes to the exploding hookers in Frankenhooker.
Interesting that you could have had a tie in this category because Bordello of Blood also had exploding vampire hookers, but you could have...
Who wore it better?
Yes, yeah. Bordello of Blood had a little bit more money, so...
And less super crack.
That's where you win, when you have the super crack. Well, my best death scene goes to... Oh, God, I can't believe I'm going to give this movie an award. The Gravedigger decapitation in Necromantic.
Yes, sir. This was my pick until maybe the last minute.
You're kidding me. No way.
Nope.
Oh, man.
Nope.
His head was chopped almost in half at the nose level.
Yes.
And it works. Even though it's so
awesome.
cheap, it works. It's nasty. It's practical. It commits fully. That's horror, right? That's horror.
Mm-hmm.
Or at least fun horror. And that was one of those, cool moments in a movie that otherwise really didn't have much of that at all. So props to Necromantic for what I think was the best death scene in 2025 that we had to watch. Whew.
It was a tough category. You made me watch some really objectionable things this year.
Watching Vanilla Ice make on some girl that's some rough shit.
That's what I meant. Cool as Ice is what I was talking about.
Yeah, I figured. Yeah. Mike, our next category is music to our ears. That's right. It's for best score. What were your choices? Did you find one? Did you find many? Was it tough?
Oh, this was 5 seconds worth of thinking.
Wow.
All the movies that we saw this year. Oh, no, Jay.
Cool as Ice.
This is the least... it's the least interesting thing I'm going to say in this entire award show. It's Superman 4, The Quest for Peace.
Oh, Alexander Courage, right? I think
it's an adaptation of the John Williams original.
Yeah.
Need I say more than John Williams? I think not.
Fair enough.
Perhaps just congratulations, Superman 4.
Oh, that's nice. I kind of love that got one. That's nice. My best score goes to another heralded composer. It's Jerry Goldsmith for Deep Rising. I even talked about it on the show.
Yes, I know.
He didn't have to go this hard. He could have phoned it in. Instead, he delivers this full-bodied, propulsive score that treats the movie like a real cinematic event. There's a lot wrong with Deep Rising, but there's a lot right too. And the music is a really big part of what's right. So I gave it to Jerry Goldsmith for his action-filled bossa nova score in Deep Rising.
Everybody in the 90s just kind of went too hard when they didn't have to.
So true.
In the best way. Have you ever listened to the theme song to DuckTales? Are you kidding me?
DuckTales.
That thing goes.
Woo,
listen to it sometime. They're just ripping horns in the back of that thing.
Really
it is pedal to the metal, motherfucker, in DuckTales, and that's what they were doing all throughout the 90s.
I thought you were going to talk about Alan Silvestri doing Predator, which was one of those scores that was absolutely out of control. But that was in the 80s, so it was like a precursor to the 90s.
Yep.
Yeah, it really cracked open the whole decade.
Well then, Jay, now that we've turned on the music.
Yes.
And the lights are down low, it's time to give a Jitsu for the sexiest award of the year.
Yeah. Best love scene? Best sex scene? What do we call it?
Yeah, we should probably we're not savages. We should call it the best love scene. We're grown men.
I don't know. A turkey fucking a lady from behind almost won one year. So, love scene?
I heard the word almost.
Yeah, that's true. It didn't win. All right.
Well, we're in your wheelhouse now. So I feel like you should kick it off here.
You're going to find my choice kind of funny considering that I didn't particularly love this section of the movie until I rewatched it this year because I watch it every year. That's right. It's Love Actually. And yes, it's the lighting double scene. It's awkward. It's human. It's oddly tender. And it's not sexy so much as it is honest. So that's what wins it for me.
This is when being in an audio format really betrays us, because what people can't see is the just absolutely stunned look on my face at what just came out of your mouth. We didn't get a lot of love scenes this year, huh?
No.
Well, I guess then that we're just going to cruise right into my winner, because one of us, Jason, had to watch Necromantic.
I wasn't going to give it to Necromantic.
And so, almost by default...
Oh, come on.
I am giving my Jitsu to the absolutely nauseating three-way in Necromantic.
You can't give it to that.
Yes, I am, because I can't scrub the images of this very long sex scene with the dead body from my brain. Santo, you are a disgusting monster, and so now this is happening. We've come a long way from consequence-free banging a hooker on a hotel piano, because we are now at threesome with a dead body.
Oh my God. From Pretty Woman to Necromantic, the journey of Filmjitsu. That should be a t-shirt. Right there. That's where we live, folks.
Or just an image from each movie, one on the front and one on the back, in the world's most confusing t-shirt.
Oh man. Well, we've come to that point in the show where we got to talk about the look, the feel, the lighting, the atmosphere of film. That's right. We're going to give out our award for best cinematography. And what do you say, Mike? You look like you're excited by this category.
I am, because this turned out to be the real headline in our Filmjitsu year.
Oh my God, it so was, right?
We accidentally watched film after shitty film that had elite level talent shooting the movie.
True story. Yeah.
David Watkin, Return to Oz, Douglas Millstone, Rumpelstiltskin, Bill Pope, Y2K. If you're keeping score at home, they shot Out of Africa, Full Metal Jacket, and The Matrix, respectively. So, okay. And that was really, for me, just the surprise headline of our year is just how often we kept running across unbelievably talented cinematographers.
But there was one, wasn't there?
There was one that jumped off the screen at me. And when I saw his name in the credits, I about fell over. Of course, my Jitsu goes to Janusz Kaminski for Cool as Ice.
I get it. I totally get it.
That is just pure concentrated insanity to me. Schindler's List, Saving Private Ryan, basically everything Spielberg has done since 1993. But all that talent was out there for the world to see back in 1991 when he shot this gorgeous montage of a movie with Vanilla fucking Ice in it. I can't even handle it. He would go on to 7 Oscar nominations. West Side Story, Lincoln, Warhorse, The Diving Bell and the Butterfly, Saving Private Ryan,
The Diving Bell and the Butterfly. Oh my God.
Oh, and the Oscar win for a little film called Schindler's List. It feels crazy and wrong to mention in the same breath Cool as Ice and Schindler's List, but this is where we have arrived. And so Janusz Kaminski wins the award for me.
He was the director of photography on Cool as Ice only a year and a half or so prior to beginning the gig on Schindler's List.
Absolutely. You can't get your mail changed that fast.
Like, what?
Unbelievable.
How did this happen? That's got to be one of the most insane Hollywood stories of all time.
So
what did I go with? It's not going to be as exciting as yours, but for me, in the things that I watched, because I didn't watch Cool as Ice. That's important to point out. It's one of the few that I didn't watch that I gave you. Mine goes to David Watkin, who you mentioned, for Return to Oz. The movie looks like a waking nightmare. It's texture and darkness and menace. It's visually, it's pretty unforgettable. It looks like an Andrew Wyeth painting. And it's doing heavy emotional lifting that the script sort of hints at. So nothing else I watched this year even comes close. So that definitely David Watkin for Return to Oz.
This was easily my runner-up. Runner-up.
I mean, there wasn't
all of those
there were
reasons.
no other choices here. Like everything else, Y2K looked terrible, shot by Bill Pope, but it looked awful.
It's unbelievable.
Whatever.
I'm still not convinced it's the right Bill Pope.
I know. I'm wondering if it's like one of those guys with a third.
We need to call the research department and have them do a little bit of digging to find out if we're even talking about the same Pope.
It's William D. Pope, and the real one is just Bill Pope. Yeah.
Wait, his name is Billy D. Pope? Okay.
Does that mean Billy D. Williams is William D. Williams?
You've just figured that out?
It just occurred to me just now for the first time ever.
This is why we don't let you drink on the show.
William D. Williams. You knew that?
Need a minute? Yeah, of course I did. Everybody who knows how names work knew that. Are you ready for me to really blow your mind now that you just figured out William D. Williams?
Oh, God. Here we go.
Do you know what the D stands for?
DeWilliam?
If only. December. His name is William December Williams.
I don't even know. Was he born in December?
I think he was born in April.
No, it doesn't. This does not. No. All right.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Oh, you don't know shit about anything. It's time you learn. I teach you how to wear your hair. I teach you how to dance, man. Teach you how to box. Come on, follow me. Get your butt down here, man.
The People's Choice Award.
The People's Choice Award, of course, does require a little bit of explaining. This started a couple of years ago when you had to watch Jaws: The Revenge with Mario Van Peebles doing the most ridiculous accent work almost anybody's ever done.
Yeah, it was rough.
In that moment, Born on the Show was the People's Choice Award for Best Accent in a Film.
It never stops making me crack up.
It's funny every time. I would love to know what your pick for the People's Choice Award was.
The winner here for me was Meryl Streep in She-Devil.
It's silly. My books reflect my own experience of lovemaking as sacred and beautiful. Something special to be shared and treasured.
What was that?
It wasn't an accent problem. It was like an artificial persona problem.
Mm-hmm.
The movie even sets up this idea that she used to be real. And then it completely abandons any return to authenticity. So that erasure of growth is what kind of sinks her performance for me in a lot of ways.
Mm-hmm.
It comes off as super affected and super dumb. I found that one to be the worst that I had seen this year. I also seriously considered Ray Liotta in The Name of the King, a Dungeon Siege Tale, because
one would have to.
Bringing Jersey tough guy energy into a medieval fantasy kind of collapses the illusion immediately.
My original intent was to give this to the entire cast of In the Name of the King, a Dungeon Siege Tale.
Fair.
Ray Liotta and Ron Perlman not even pretending to give a shit.
Not at
Jonathan Rhys Davies giving way too many shits for some reason. Matthew Lillard doing whatever the hell that was. I had all but engraved their names on this award. But then I went back and I listened to our other 2025 episodes. And the true winner is undeniable.
Oh.
This year, my People's Choice Award goes to you, Jason Santo.
What?
For your portrayal of Katharine Hepburn in On Golden Pond of Blood.
Gone are the tender lessons about aging and forgiveness. And in their place are booby traps, drownings, and Katharine Hepburn clutching a shotgun in her nightgown while whispering to Fonda, "I'm your knight in shining armor."
Your reimagining of this classic film as a home invasion horror movie where you didn't even pump the brakes. You just dove headlong into an impression of one of Hollywood's most revered actresses. I don't know if you planned it or if you just got caught up in the moment. I honestly don't know which is worse, but holy hell, sir, did you sure go for it. I am so proud. For meritorious bravery in the face of ridicule. On this day, in the year of our Lord 2025, I award Jason Santo with the People's Choice Award.
It was one of my better moments, that's for sure. Or one of my worst.
Only one of us has a Jitsu.
I won a People's Choice Award.
Well, that counts, right? It's Jitsu adjacent anyway.
What do you do with a Jitsu adjacent award? Definitely in the bathroom.
You just re-gift it.
Toilet paper holder.
Are you kidding me? I would glue it onto the hood of my truck.
Oh, you would. You would. All right. Mike, we're at that point in the show where shit's getting real. Best director.
This one was tough.
I have two that were pretty strong contenders, and then everything else was kind of meh. So I'd love to know what you picked.
I imagine we were pretty much in that same boat because we saw a lot of films this year where the director was to blame. Finding standouts wasn't an easy task, so much so that my pick is from one of your reviews. But I watched the film too. And so with confidence, the best director for me goes to Walter Murch for the one and only feature film he ever directed, Return to Oz. From 1985.
No, Belina, you don't understand. This was the Yellow Brick Road.
You'll share with Dorothy Gale the shock of finding everything mysteriously changed.
What's happened to everybody?
And you'll delight with her discovery of 4 wonderful new friends who band together against a wicked queen and the dreaded Gnome King.
What I loved about it, Jay, is that he takes the Technicolor classic and flips it completely on its head.
Yep.
Ambitious, foreboding, subversive. Murch takes what is maybe arguably the most iconic of American films and comes out clean on the other side of that, having made, I think, precisely the film he intended to make.
Agreed.
And unfortunately, all I can offer that is a Jitsu, but a Jitsu award will have to do because he is my winner for Best Director.
It makes sense. I understand. For some reason, I didn't like the movie quite enough to give it that award, although I did think about him and that award because it was the only time he ever directed, and it feels wrong that he didn't get to do more because there was so much vision, so much nuance to his direction there. My Best Director, he's earned this award. Not because the movie is wonderful, not because the movie is visionary necessarily, but because it was an enormous balancing act. And it's Richard Curtis for Love Actually.
It was a strange movie to make because it was like making 10 movies.
A movie that I watch every single year. I saw it again this year. That tonal juggling act with a massive ensemble cast with competing moods and wildly uneven material. But somehow, for a lot of people, it still lands emotionally, or it makes them laugh, or it does both. If you watch even the camera movements and stuff in that film, it's zippy, it's zesty, it has confidence. It feels a little bit like something like Ocean's 11. It has that level of precision behind the camera moves and where the camera's put. It is not a vapidly directed film. It might have a somewhat vapid screenplay, or it might be very messy or confusing. I'm not awarding a best screenplay. I'm awarding a best direction. And out of the movies that I saw, it's the movie that I enjoy the most, right? So I can give him a Jitsu.
You're right. The directing was actually probably the thing that saved the movie for me from being unwatchable to being something I just won't watch again.
Fair.
Because holy moly, trying to do all of that in less capable hands would have been a train wreck. We're going to real quick now do what might be my favorite part of the awards.
Oh.
We are going to induct some brand new members into the Filmjitsu Hall of Lame.
Oh, that part of the website that I never update, that Hall of Lame?
Yeah. The Hall of Lame is that sacred ground where we take performers that have just come up again and again, or movies that we've talked about over and over, or things so bad, it just feels like they live in a world apart from everything else that we talk about. Landing yourself in the Hall of Lame can either be a real blemish or a real badge of honor. This year, we have 2 inductees, one of each. Our first inductee into the Hall of Lame came from our first episode of this year, as declared by you.
Yeah, I remember this.
When you said right then and there, after watching Bat Thumbs, no more questions asked, Steve Oderkirk right into the Hall of Lame. The fastest anybody's ever made it in.
Well, I mean, it had to be. It had to happen. I mean, thank God, because that was a protection measure for me. Obviously, because that was one of mine. You had one as well this year. But this one kind of stands out for a different reason, as you explained. This is one of those ideal answers to just about any shithead category that we could come up with, whether it be bullies, assholes, villains. It is none other than Dolores Umbridge from the Harry Potter series.
This is one of those badge of honor picks.
Yeah, we got to put her away. There's another one that's real close behind her.
Watch your ass, 2026.
It's the Trenchbull from Matilda. She has also come up in a number of categories, including punishments. So we got to be real careful with that one. She may be going in next year if we keep with this. So we'll see what happens. Another badge of honor, possible winner there or loser. I'm not sure what they are when they enter the Hall of Lame.
It doesn't matter. Congratulations are in order.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Mike, if Filmjitsu is a record of anything, it's proof that confidence and correctness are not the same thing.
I feel attacked. I feel a little attacked.
Because over the course of 2025, somewhere between bad movies, bottom fives, games of dueling double bills, and kick two, pick two, you and I have unleashed a handful of takes so bad, so wildly out of step with popular consensus that they demanded accountability.
Mm-hmm.
Tonight's bottom five is our reckoning. The 2025 hot takes that made us pause mid-edit and think, did I really say that? And with that, I would love to know, what was your thinking in choosing this, and what was your number five?
My thinking was that some people had to be held accountable. That's what happened.
Oh my God. Here
Mostly
we go.
you, possibly me.
Okay.
Pretty much. And not exclusively the two of us. So there's the we'll get to all of it.
Okay. Wow.
But my number five
Yeah.
is on me. This one's on me.
Okay.
From our bottom five meals,
Yeah.
I had Hannibal Lecter cutting off Paul Krendler's brain and feeding it to him as my number five on that list.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it.
There are not 4 meals worse than eating your own brain. I don't know what I was thinking about. So that is my number five, claiming that somehow there are 4 meals worse than eating your own brain.
Wasn't it my number one?
Of course it
Yeah,
was.
right. There isn't anything worse. That's so true.
It should have been my number one. And that's why here we are on my bottom five list.
So I wasn't terribly organized when it came to this bottom five. I had so many hot takes and I had so many different definitions of what could be a hot take.
Yep.
But I'm going to go with maybe one of the worst that I made. And you called it out several times during the show. And I'm not going to deny it. Qualifying Vanilla Ice as a musician so that we could do our bottom five musicians in film might have been one of my worst decisions ever. He is not a musician. I know that's true. It was just a backdoor way into a really cool category for us to talk about.
You should regret it.
I do.
Well, my number 4, Jay, Out of Africa, Mamma Mia, and recently She-Devil. I don't know why you're doing this to me. But you continue, just an annual Meryl Streep takedown for some reason. That's my number 4.
I don't know why either. I wish I knew why. It's something I want to do.
Specifically, the take here is that I can continue to make hay out of this because I definitely cannot, but you just keep putting me in that position.
They're very different movies, and her versatility as an actress makes it so that you can talk about different aspects of her films without having to talk directly about her. And what's interesting is she's made some bad films. I push you and you respond in a great way. I am not, I don't accept it. I don't accept that. Come up with another one. No good.
Well, if you want me to come up with another one, there was that time you said you didn't like Looper. I thought that was insanity.
Well, I didn't. Joseph Gordon-Levitt does not look like Bruce Willis at all. And they tried to put like a stupid prosthetic on him. I couldn't watch the movie.
That's your problem with,
yes,
that's your problem with the time travel
on the
movie?
story. When one of your main characters in the film is distractingly not a match for his older self in a time travel film, that's a serious fucking issue, especially when it's an A-list actor like Bruce Willis. I was so thrown by Joseph Gordon-Levitt in that film.
I want to remind you that we only find ourselves in this place because you rejected my last pick. I wasn't going to bring this up. You did this.
That number 4 was bullshit.
The annual Meryl Streep take, I don't get it.
You're just trying to get me to stop doing it. I'm not.
Do you know, one of the great problems of our age is that we are governed by people who care more about feelings than they do about thoughts and ideas. Now, thoughts and ideas, that interests me.
My number 4, Mike, like yours, it's not necessarily a hot take so much as bad judgment. So maybe it's bad judgment for me to say, Mike, watch another Meryl Streep movie. For me, I had a real big problem with the choice for the Frankenhooker bottom 5.
Yeah.
Bottom 5 girlfriends blames the victims in a movie about a guy who keeps his girlfriend's head in a jar.
Yeah.
The bottom 5 boyfriends would probably been the better one for that one.
He is the criminal in the movie, yeah, for sure.
And I called it out on the show.
You did.
But I didn't do anything ahead of time, I chose 5. So I'm culpable for sure.
Huh. That's funny because I think the thought behind it wasn't anything quite that deep. It was that his girlfriend was put together from exploded hooker parts.
Yeah, right.
And once your girlfriend's gone through a lawnmower, bottom 5 girlfriend.
It came off as maybe we were dumping on women a little bit in that episode, and it felt a little weird to me at the time. Honestly, I thought we could have done better there.
That's what the Jitsus are all about. Yeah, maybe we could have done a better job explaining where we were coming from, what that was all about.
Yeah.
I do feel a little bit bad about this one.
Fair enough.
Well, this is another bottom 5 Santo take.
Uh-oh.
But it's not the Santo you're expecting.
Oh.
If he's old enough to be on the show, he's old enough to catch a stray bullet. Captain J.T. Santo. And it's not even his fault because you sold him out here. During our bottom 5 meals segment, you revealed that J.T. Santo loves black licorice.
Yeah, man.
And that is lunacy.
No shit.
Black licorice is disgusting. It tastes like frontier medicine designed to cure snake bites and whatever rash you picked up at a brothel. Am I yucking your son's yum? You're goddamn right I am. Black licorice tastes like the inside of a muffler. It's like if you filled up an ashtray with old shoe polish and sadness. That's what black licorice tastes like. Now listen. I've known this kid since he was a baby. He's a genuinely awesome human, and you should probably kick me off my own podcast and just host the show with him instead. I adore him. I've only ever been delighted by him, but he's old enough now to hear the truth. Black licorice is an abomination, and he owes his mouth an apology for putting that trash inside of
it. I couldn't agree more. Terrific choice. Well done. My number 3, I think I'm going to have to go with one of yours, pal. You said you liked Cool as Ice, Mike.
Yeah, I think I did.
You did. No, you full on did. But you didn't fucking watch it because you watched it on Riff Tracks.
I watched the movie.
And then you prompted me to say Riff Tracks is a cinematic condom.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the thing.
Which in and of itself is an odd hot take, but it was your fault that I said it because you didn't watch the fucking movie and then you said it was good.
Did I cheat a little bit? Sure I did.
Did.
I did watch the film. I did watch the film. You got
the additional benefit of snarky commentary playing under the film, you know? My New Year's resolution is to be harder on you.
Oh, I love that.
It's going to be tougher from now on. I still love you, but it's going to be harder.
It's about time that you're harder on somebody else than you are yourself. So I'm going to take that.
There it is.
I'm going to take that.
All right. What's your number 2?
My number 2 is another solid Santo situation, and it involves your child. However, unlike the great licorice calamity, it involves Diego, not JT.
Oh.
And he's not to be blamed here for anything. You are. Santo, the fucking tongue stealer?
I knew you were going to bring this up. I knew
You told this beautiful soul that a demon will come and steal his tongue if he lies.
Yes, that's right.
Because if I understand correctly, you wanted to field test some sort of Inuit parenting technique.
That's correct. All true. This is all true.
Are you a madman? In our Wrinkles the Clown episode, you unveiled that what I can only describe as testimony in a future trial. You unveiled that you started telling a small child that he'd never be able to talk again if he told the lie because a demon would take his tongue. That's a thing that you did. Luckily, Diego has a wonderful mother and a loving older brother who are not insane people and managed to release him from whatever psychological web of terror you've been holding him in. And luckily, that sweet boy is just fine. No thanks to you.
Yeah, no thanks to me. That's for sure. You know, he lies a lot. Oh, that's such a good pick, Mike, because I had it on my list for me. I was like, oh my God, even saying that out loud was insane.
Oh no, I told everybody about the tongue stealer. You're going to jail.
Yeah, I'm probably going to jail. Fair enough. I think something else that may have almost sent me to jail was my assertion during the Sushi Girl episode that Mark Hamill gives his best ever screen performance in that film.
Yeah, that was a big swing you took.
Woo! I know I speak in hyperbole, but I stand by it still. Mark Hamill, while a good voice actor in a lot of things, does a great job as the Joker in the old Batman series, if I'm not mistaken. Not great in a lot of live action stuff. Maybe The Last Jedi. I loved him in that.
Mm-hmm.
Can't say I loved him as Luke Skywalker in any of the original series. Not going to give him huge accolades for anything there. But I think what I saw from him in Sushi Girl was him taking real risks and having fun. And there was something really exciting about seeing him step way out of his comfort zone into something that was just really wild and different.
Mm-hmm.
So while it may have sounded like a bad hot take, and it probably was received as such by just about anybody who hadn't seen Sushi Girl, which is just about everybody, I say have a look and call me out on my bullshit if I'm wrong.
I didn't throw a flag on the play at the time.
You didn't?
Because it's not an outlandish take, I don't think. Mark Hamill is not well known for his acting prowess. Yes, he played an iconic character, but
if you say bad things about that iconic character or the performer,
I think with Mark Hamill, after he played the Joker in the animated Batman, it kind of unlocked something in him as an actor as well, and he started doing these kind of bigger, showier performances. The knock on him always before was that he was just boring.
Yeah.
And now he has started to be a little bit over the top in a way that isn't always, he's not always doing the Joker, but I think he found a new gear that he can get into when he wants to. And it's made him a lot more interesting, I think, in the later part of his career.
Oh, I completely agree. Yeah.
My number one, I'm holding myself accountable. This was easy. It is when during an episode where I was talking about the film Angus, I confidently declared that the bully was played by Mark Paul Gosselaar, Zach Morris from Saved by the Bell, which is 100% not true. And it is what happens when Mike doesn't just double check his memory before going into an episode. Because of course, the bully in that film was not played by Zach Morris. It was played by the other 90s kid,
James
Vanderbeek, Dawson himself. 3 years before he was on the creek, he played this guy who I had, I think, on my bottom 5 bullies list. I just went right off the deep end about a guy who's not in the movie, has nothing to do with the movie.
I think what's interesting about that is you frequently use this ploy where you'll say something intentionally wrong about a movie. Like, for instance, recently you were talking about Ratatouille and you misnamed Linguini as Alfredo.
Yeah, I make up titles and sneak them into things that aren't real.
To test if anybody really will catch you.
No, I think anybody who knows this movie knows that I would be ashamed to have misstated something about it.
Is that a hot take, though, or is that just a flat-out mistake?
The take that the guy on my bottom 5 list for the movie he wasn't in? Yeah, that's it. That's it. That's a hot take.
That's a pretty rough hot take.
That's a pretty hot take.
Yeah, that's a good number one. I'll give it to you. That's for sure. I feel as though mine is a true hot take said in the moment and perhaps one of the most insane and perhaps shameful things that I could have possibly said to you ever. First of all, it was another cheat. God damn you for these fucking cheats. Bottom 5 Nick Cage performances. You pull out AI and start having AI deliver lines from other movies in the voice of Nick Cage to illustrate somehow that Nick Cage couldn't pull off these roles. Me, hyper annoyed by your approach, decides at your number one to say Nicolas Cage would be phenomenal as the dude in The Big Lebowski.
I let it go.
Me at my most contrarian, but again, mostly because I was bullshit at you and for the approach at the bottom five.
I did poke the bear.
Am I wrong? Probably. I don't know if there is a timeline where Nick Cage played the dude.
You can be certain that in that timeline, I am at the bottom of the ocean holding a cinder block.
Cage is such an experimental actor that I do wonder how he would do in a Coen Brothers movie, other than, of course, Raising Arizona, where he was phenomenal, right? So when you pulled out the dude, I kind of thought like, well, he did it before. He knows how they work. I was genuinely sincere.
Are you justifying it right now while it's also your number one? You're like, this is my worst take, but I believe it.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's the thing, right? Like, I made a take that is incendiary. I could have just carpet bombed your house, really.
Yeah.
And it would have had the same effect on you, basically. Yep. But the truth of the matter is, I could see it.
All right, shut it down. Turn off the lights. That's it. It's been nice, guys.
It's not even going to get to Terminator 2. It's not even going to get there. That's it.
Everybody get home safe.
Mike, it's that time. We've reached the best picture jamboree. I don't know what else to call this. Each one of us brings 4 options to the table. And from that, we are going to whittle it down to a game of kick 2, pick 1 or something.
Who can keep track?
So we're going to first mention our 4 nominees each for Best Picture. Mike, please.
My 4 nominees are Return to Oz, Frankenhooker, Superman 4, The Quest for Peace, and Attack of the Potato Man. I made that one up. Nobody knew. See, it works every time. My number 4.
Starring James Van Der Beek or starring Zach Morris?
My number 4 is Bat Thumbs.
What is that? So you're basically just saying it's either Frankenhooker or Return to Oz. So, like, that's it.
Hear me out.
We can't even talk about Bat Thumbs. We just put him in the Hall of Lame. He can't be nominated for Best Picture.
He is in the Hall of Lame, not the movie. Specificity matters.
God, you with the oh my God. All right. So
hear me out. Superman 4, The Quest for Peace is on here because it represents exactly how bad my slate of films was to choose from this year. So much so that I had to steal Return of Oz from you.
To be fair, this is a bad movie review podcast. We are supposed to stick each other with terrible films.
Exactly. And you did
Bat Thumbs was also mine, by the way, and you stole that one too?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because Bat Thumbs is on here for me as a Best Picture nominee because starting off the year with Bat Thumbs sent us down an uncontrollable avalanche that was 2025. It set the tone for the entire year.
Yeah, it did.
And so that's why it's on the list for me.
All right. Well, that's fair. My movies are actually fairly good films that I enjoyed. Hilariously, I had 5 and it was or Return to Oz.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't bristle at all with that choice. I can't possibly give it Best Picture win because it's just not quite good enough. There are other films that I enjoyed a lot more. You gave me as a gift Deep Rising. I have no idea why. You like Deep Rising. I love Deep Rising. I do not see how Bat Thumbs makes it on your list when you have seen Deep Rising. Even if you didn't see it this year, you know it's a really good movie. So Deep Rising was one of mine. Rumpelstiltskin made it on my list because goddamn, that was a friggin' blast.
Yeah.
It is a totally shitty movie. Terrible characters, awful staging, but God, Max Grodenchek is fantastic in it.
Right.
But we already gave him an award for Best Actor.
Well deserved.
I'm okay with walking away from Rumpelstiltskin. Love Actually made it on my list because I truly, truly love that film. I thought I might be able to persuade you. We're walking away from Love Actually. We're walking away probably from Deep Rising. We're walking away from probably Rumpelstiltskin. We're walking away from Thumbs. We're walking away from Return to Oz, more than likely. What was your other ones?
Frankenhooker.
And?
Superman 4.
Well, I didn't have Superman 4, sorry. There was no way it was going to be Superman 4. There was one movie that stands head and shoulders above the rest, and that's Frankenhooker. Truth be told, it was our longest show of the year. It was a very special show because we had Tripp and Ross on, and it was one that I think we kind of discovered what is best about our show, which is elevating underappreciated, cool stuff that's out there. When we take something that's universally thought of as trash or thought of as dumb or whatever, and we go, wait. Have another look at this. And we're able to get people to get excited about something like Frankenhooker. And I think that's what the Jitsus is about, right?
I think so.
Our previous year's winners, Time Cop, goofy as fuck, right? But super duper fun.
Yeah.
King Kong, great. Super fun. Wild, goofy, crazy movie, spectacle. Now, of course, it has to be Frankenhooker. So I feel that way. How do you feel about it?
I was ready to make an argument for Return to Oz. But I couldn't convince myself. It was, for me, a deadlock for Frankenhooker. And all kidding aside, I tried to only nominate for my films my slate, which is funny because two of them aren't. But the reason Superman 4 is on there is because I really didn't have a lot of great choices from my lineup to pick from, and I didn't want to comprise my entire list of movies that were on your lineup. And so I put Return to Oz in there, and yes, I did pick Bat Thumbs for the reasons that I said and do believe, but undeniably, this year's 2025 Best Picture winner is Frankenhooker.
Mike, do you know what you kind of just admitted? I won this year.
You did. You won the year. There's no doubt about it.
But what's hilarious is all throughout the year, you kept saying you liked these movies. Coyote Ugly, you liked it.
Yeah.
Cool as Ice, you liked it. Gonks Go Beat, you said you liked that one too.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, what's going on? I expected Gonks Go Beat on your list. No,
it was close.
Coyote Ugly.
It was close.
You had a family goddamn movie night.
Yeah, I mean, I tolerated Coyote Ugly, but I didn't enjoy that movie.
This is not how you spoke about it at the time.
I enjoyed crop tops and leather pants. I did then, I do now, and I will forever and ever. But
fair enough.
It didn't have an impact on my movie year. And I think that's what I was really thinking about when I thought about these. I do think Return to Oz represented a pleasant surprise and a revisiting of a movie with a reputation. Superman 4 was representative for me of the rot and decay of a franchise.
Yeah,
we talk about that a lot. The reason I put it on here is because we covered a lot of sequels this year. And one of my goals for 2026 is to not give you a sequel.
Yeah, I'm going to have the same. I'm in the same boat.
Yep. And so, of course, Jay, there is no way we could have ended this year with any other conclusion than Frankenhooker.
Congratulations, Frank Henenlotter, Patty Mullen, and James Lawrence. Bravo.
Well, Jay, it is time to look forward.
Yeah.
Into, if my watch is correct, 2026.
Oh.
It's my turn to start off the movie year. I'm never going to replicate a Bat Thumb. That's not happening. So I made some resolutions as I looked back at the films we watched last year, what they all amounted to, kind of the direction that it took us. And so I wanted to do a little bit of a different approach in 2026. We got gross last year. We watched films like Necromantic, and we watched films like Cool as Ice, and it was easy to pick them apart, but it was difficult to have real great conversation about some of the things that we watched. I would like to start this year off with a little bit more of a, I don't know if a prestige film is the right way to say it, but it's certainly no necromantic. I would like you to watch A Big Picture. Unfortunately, and I didn't really mean this, a long movie.
Oh.
But if you're going to tell the story about a nameless drifter assuming the role of a postman in an apocalyptic future.
Oh, no.
Then you gotta have a long movie. And so you are going to be watching, for our first episode of 2026, the Kevin Costner directed, Kevin Costner starring The Postman.
This is like one of those left to the dustbin of history flicks that people just do not. Yeah, every once in a while you'll hear someone kind of come to its defense. Let's say it's a Reddit thread or something like that. There'll be this one guy with 700 downvotes who tried to say it was a good movie and he just got buried. He had to delete his account. His account deleted. It looks so dusty. I feel like I'm going to want to clean the house after watching the film. Oh, man.
And we need a bottom 5 to go with it.
Jesus Christ.
We're going to do our bottom 5 movie jobs.
That is awesome.
I do know what I've invited here because by giving you a very long movie,
oh yeah,
I've invited one returned to me. And I didn't wield the runtime as a deadly weapon here. This was, again, just a happy accident. But this is how I wanted to start our movie year. I'm excited to hear your take on this very long Kevin Costner postman, mailman. I've never seen it. He's a mailman, huh? But not really a mailman?
I have no idea, man. I could die. I could die during that film. It takes so long to get to the end of that.
That's possible.
Jesus, I might reach the end of my mortal time on Earth.
I mean, if it doesn't happen this year, it'll happen eventually.
But until the time that I find myself in my grave, we've been your hosts. I am Jay.
And I am Mike.
And we'll see you next time.
Stanno messi in latte, хочу zazykate, wierzba czusate i sate. Karate, wierzba czudok zadni mikiaj.
Yeah, I know. If the kid was on heroin, Jason, would you go buy him heroin? No, you wouldn't. So you shouldn't be buying a black licorice.
These are completely synonymous.
Black tar licorice.
Who's hyperbolic?
Not me, ever.